back to my channel. So today I'm here with my girls. Hey ladies.
Hi.
So I'm just gonna have them introduce themselves real fast. We're just gonna do kind of a chit chat. We just over here chilling, having a girls' night. We're gonna play games after this video. So we're gonna start over here to my right.
I'm Taylor. I'm Markisha.
I'm Jasmyne.
And I'm Amber.
Yes. Okay, y'all. So the first thing that we're just gonna talk like about relationships and girl stuff and things like that and girl code. You know what I'm saying? I would say I've been friends with like all of them for some years. Like probably each of y'all plus 5+ years. Like we've been, rocking. Like he's my solid. I'm weak. Okay, so I wrote down just a couple of questions, but not a lot. I kind of wanted to be more genuine, whatever. So the first one is, why is the good guy passed up or overlooked or finished last? Why do girls want hood niggas? Just talk.
I think that's a question for somebody else, not me.
Okay, me personally.
You can say your opinion why you think. Okay, whatever.
To me, it's not so much hood niggas. It's more so a dominant man. And so a lot of nice guys, like, yes, you will get pushed over. Yeah, like, you kind of have to be able to put your foot down.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just like
So you don't want nobody
the
to run
nature
over
of people. Like,
yes, man.
I don't need you to tell me yes, no, I need you to tell me the truth. Tell me, hey, you fucking up or whatever. The same way that I would want my female friends to be with me is the way that I would want my man to be, because at the end of the day, I'm starting a family with you, I'm starting a life with you, so we gonna be together and we have to have balance.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much as hood niggas, because I don't want no nigga that's in the street or nothing, but I do want to feel like when I'm around you, you're protecting me. I don't want to feel like you some soft nigga that I'm going to have to take up for or something with
So
him.
he has to be masculine. It's
Yeah,
more of the masculine
like, I need
thing.
you to be tough. Like, don't be no scary ass nigga. I don't want no hood nigga though.
Okay, so what about the guys who? Or did you have a opinion?
No,
Okay.
I had a question, but
Oh, okay,
go
go
ahead. No, you go ahead, because I gotta get that together.
Okay. So, but what about the guys who like play video games or watch anime? Some people see them as weird, or not as masculine because they're not in the streets. They're not, seen as just really hood. You know what I mean? Like,
To me, that would have to be, I think for me, that's kind of a two-part thing. One, I'm not interested in video games. I'm not interested in anime. Why would I want to date a guy that's like, where would I meet a guy that's into
it's a lot of niggas
video
that's
games?
in the anime, and Dragon Ball Z is anime.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
Pokemon is anime.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes who, it's just girls. I don't think we just look into it.
drawn to them.
Yeah, but
me,
they be
that's
watching
something
it.
that interests me.
So,
Like, so you're looking for somebody that you have something in common, but to me, I feel like you're not always gonna have everything in common with your mate. Like certain things that my man does.
I'm
that
saying,
like, I don't even know how I got you because
Yeah.
that ain't something I'm truly interested in. But you have to be opposite.
I feel like it's
balance.
true.
That's
Yeah,
a
you have your
nice
own,
balance. You have
yeah.
to have something that separates you guys,
So that you
so
can
you
have your time
can
apart.
have that time apart.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
It's, I don't know. I guess it's, to me, I'm thinking of like anime, and I'm thinking like you go to like convention. I'm thinking like heavy fans. Like you're gonna be going to places with people that have common interests as you sometimes. Maybe not all the time, but like when you're out there dating and you're out there doing things like that, you're gonna go to things and you're gonna meet people at events for this or events for that. And if our interest of events don't cross paths, and then it just doesn't cross paths.
Well, that's just something that he likes. So, like you said, you have your own thing. He has his own thing. Like, he's not going with you to the nail shop, most of the time, and get your hair done, and things like that. Like for me, like how Rayvon is and stuff. Like he goes to conventions and shit like that. I would have never known. I would have never thought. Like, period. Like,
I would have never thought.
yeah, like, and he's like, him and his friends, like, is into stuff like that. Like, but like I said, I would have never, pictured him for that, because when you look at him, you still kind of see the hood like in him, like a little bit. So I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a balance for him. But I feel like, and me and him had this conversation too, that it's becoming more of an in thing now with the anime. But back in the day, girls would curve you like, oh, you a childish ass nigga. Like, you watch Cardi, like, nah, you still a kid. You irresponsible and stuff like that. Like, why are women like that? Like,
Which I'm the opposite, because I love kid movies.
I do
So
too.
I want you to
I'm
have that
so
interest
no.
off the like as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So you watching cartoons and doing all that, that's fine.
Even if I'm not watching, I'm probably gonna be sitting there with you. Doing whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. You got it.
No.
Yeah.
I had something, but y'all was going in and it just lost. So
That's how Markisha was.
No, it's still gone. It's still gone.
So, okay, so let's go into, since we were talking about hood niggas stuff like that. How do y'all feel about like Cardi B, City Girls, this new ratchet wave? Like City Girls, we said like they want a hood nigga, like stuff like they say stuff like that. How do y'all feel about that? Like,
I just feel like all girls are different and want different things out of
Teach
niggas.
their own.
So, I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's still nigga. Do you? That has nothing to do with
I feel
me.
like it's a wave now though, like social media, like
It's
the
a wave and
influence and
it's
stuff.
It's
Everything
accepted, and us being young, like I feel like my younger mind would have been more attracted to that because it was the excitement that took me. Because I didn't deal with a lot of dudes that was in the street. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like in the long run, what you're asking for is not what you're really gonna need. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot that comes with that. It comes with death, jail time, raising kids,
Insecurities, because he in the street, all that type of
all
stuff.
that. And it's just like you don't come to a sense you like, nah, I'd rather have you have a 9 to 5.
Right.
Even though sometimes you might miss the excitement of it, but it's not always for you.
Yeah, I think I've had similar conversations with friends who have dealt with bad boys, hood niggas, whatever you want to call it, and they say the same thing. It's just the thrill of being in a relationship. I mean, you never know
What's
what's gonna happen.
You might
So
call
it
it
is.
I mean, even
It's the thrill of what's
like
gonna happen.
I've been here before, but once I did date the hood niggas and I did that, I didn't like it. Like I didn't like knowing out where you was at, or you out being in the streets, like you doing drive-bys, you hiding from the police and shit. That's 12, like nigga, like
in the car.
I
don't know where she got. I just got this phone. We gotta get a tenant before we leave.
Period.
That's overwhelming, and sometimes that becomes so much, and it be refreshing to be able to say that you
It's
can
not
go
exciting,
anywhere.
like oh my god, it's like.
What's funny is this might kind of be off subject, off course or whatever, but that's the type of dude that my daddy was, and I think for me that's what pushed me away from it.
Yeah.
Because I saw where it landed him. I mean, he's been in prison pretty much all my life.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's kept me away from that.
Yeah, you
type
seen
of,
the outcome and stuff like that. Because that can happen. You can be in jail. You can, dead. It's just like that's just not the route. And then at the end of the day, you're not about to be 40 selling drugs. Like,
Period.
what we doing? What is your plan? What is your
Cause
Go.
out there in the streets, their whole life they never had a job.
Like, I'm not
What you
gonna
do when
do-
you get too
He
old.
quit my job, government job, post office to sell weed. Boy, you're not making no
You said
money.
to sell weed.
You're not making no money selling weed. Stop playing.
Nigga, you ain't got no pension plan.
Yeah,
ain't got no
like,
They don't have those type of plans. That's the thing. Like your thing made you draw away from it versus like me growing up around it kind of like made me see like, oh, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's
Like,
how I thought, too.
like that's what I'm supposed to do. Like
Yeah.
this is common. Like maybe I'm supposed to date somebody that's in the street
Absolutely.
because it made you like growing up off fast money kind of makes you not kind of value it when you're kind of older because it comes so fast. Like, oh, well, I could spend that. I'm gonna get that right back. It's gonna come right back. But then you have to
I'm like that now.
I want to say like really deep. Maybe like sophomore year, like I had a wake up call, like when somebody went to jail that I really, really valued, and it just made me be like, damn, I can't call to be like, oh, I need this.
Yeah.
Like when that really hits you and you just be like, oh, well, no, that ain't really what I want to do.
How do y'all feel about in relationships cooking and cleaning? Like, are you cooking and cleaning all the time? Y'all 50-50?
It depends
Yeah,
on. I've done both.
Okay, bitch,
And it
elaborate.
And it was like when I wasn't
I got a
working.
mouthful for this one.
It was when I wasn't working.
Goddamn, married woman.
I've done both. And when I was like doing all the cooking, all the cleaning, all that, I wasn't working. So like I was still have money in my pocket, have gas in my car. So I mean that balance there. When I was working, it was 50-50, and I feel like I don't really know like how you would decide that. Me personally, like it just happened. So it just kind of like, okay, I'm not at work, I'm at home bored. Let me go ahead and wash these clothes. Let me go ahead and clean up. Let me go ahead and do this, that, and the third. I don't really like know how anybody would go about doing that.
Well, for me, we had a conversation about it, and I was like, I don't. Do you expect this? What do you expect? From your spouse, like, because I'm not. It's 50-50. Because I feel like you work, I work. Like, I'm not coming home cooking all the time and cleaning all the time. We both work. We both,
we both have a schedule.
We both, be tired after work. We both do overtime. We both, So I need for you to, help me. I help you. We're a team. Like, we not back in the day no more.
Right.
I'm not like. There's sometimes I will feel like, all right, but I got it. It ain't, it ain't shit. You want some Rotel? I got you, dog.
Cereal, damn, some noodles.
You couldn't even make the damn Rotel tonight. What you mean?
That's because you had me.
I just playing.
It wasn't that good though.
Yes, don't even go there. You know that shit was heat. It was heat with the grease and all that.
Stop. But Markisha's married.
I am married.
So these bitches, what y'all were doing?
Can't have a bento.
Her toe.
Big
I
toe.
thought she said her big toe. I'm like, damn. I'm like, you that high?
That's what I thought you said.
This is a good question because
Because you're a stay-at-home mom as
I
well.
am, but I'm also a working stay-at-home mom because I babysit kids. So
let him know.
And I think it's really up to what works for your household. Because I know some girls that'll be like, okay, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm gonna do everything. Or even working moms that are like, I'm gonna do everything. For me, I think it all boils down to your significant other having that, I don't want to say respect, but just like understanding, okay, I can't do everything all the time. I can't always cook, I can't always clean. And when you got kids, you throw kids into the mix, that makes it 10 times worse. So for us, we split everything. Like if he sees dishes in the sink, he gonna wash the dishes. Now I will say he don't cook, but that's just because I'm the type of person. Well, there's that. I'm the type of person I don't let nobody in my kitchen. Like if I'm cooking, I'm cooking, and you just need to get out of the way. And plus, I don't really eat too many people's food, including my husband. But yeah, when it comes to like laundry or cleaning, whatever, if you see it needs to be done, then whoever sees it just does it.
So what about the whole you being a stay-at-home mom, like in general, like how do you feel about that? And like how do you feel? Because a lot of people feel like stay-at-home moms don't do nothing, they don't do shit. And a lot of people feel like that, and like people feel like it's not a job. You just at home all day.
Right.
So how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about what people have to say about it, or
just in general, like is it how is it?
It's a job. It's a job, but because it's not only physically draining, but it's emotionally draining. I'm gonna tell y'all a couple weeks ago, I fucking had it. I was like, I'm out. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving. Like. Seriously, because sometimes Cliff, sometimes he understands, but then sometimes he just don't. He don't get it. He don't understand that not only am I caring for our kids that at the end of the day ain't going nowhere, they staying right here, but I'm also caring for other people's kids, and that shit gets hard, especially with as many kids as I got. So I do love staying at home, and I hate that I have to. That's what I have to do to make extra income. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You still have to allow yourself time to yourself, though. Otherwise, you will fucking break. Like, I was like, okay, I don't care what happened to nobody right about now. I'm out.
I can only imagine because I don't have kids, and just dealing with my nieces and nephews who be over here for a couple of hours and spend a night. Look,
you be like, okay,
y'all
can
go home
now.
Like, Lord, so I can only imagine you dealing with them all day. Every day. Get the fuck out of my face.
I think you also being a stay-at-home mom, and I dealt with this like a little bit for a very short period of time. You kind of not so much lose yourself, but essentially
do.
that's what happens. You become so caught up in being a
A
mom,
mom,
being a
a
wife,
wife,
and
yes.
everything is about the kids. So even a lot of times when you do have time to yourself,
You don't know what to do.
you don't know what to do. Like I have been there before. Like I don't know what to do. Kid's not here. He's not here.
Right.
He's at work. They're at school, and I just like anxious, depressed, all that. Like it's tough. It's not as easy as
Did
people
y'all
make
see
it
my
seem.
Snapchat the other day? I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a me day, my me day, whatever.
I did see that.
I spent $80 on my kids and spent $13 on myself. Is this like you turn into this?
Natural.
You
Natural.
turn into the.
You go
I mean,
into
you
the
just
store
don't know
and you can't buy nothing for yourself.
for yourself.
I have that problem
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
So
Like,
how
I
do you,
literally buy him something every
Yeah.
time I go in the
Yeah.
store and it don't
It's
be.
like you lose yourself
Right.
in being.
It's a natural instinct as a woman though. I feel like that's what it is when you have somebody else to fend for, to care for, and like,
Yes,
it's just
it's
like
like-
you think less about yourself. Help.
you want to say anything about being that? Because I don't know what you was saying. My bad.
She's talking about caring for kids and stuff.
No, I'm saying about men and women cooking, because that was the original question.
I'm definitely gonna have to be 50-50 because I'm not cleaning the whole house by myself. Like, and what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna clean the whole house by myself.
And you just sit there.
But cook,
Oh, here, let me.
that will irritate me. I cannot. You just sitting there and I'm over here hard working, clicking. You gonna have to get up.
Do that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What was that?
Like no.
Yours.
But cooking, I like to cook. So. And then it just also makes it feel like a complete day when you go to work, you come home and cook, and you can just chill and eat your own food. I don't know, I just like that. Like it just makes it complete.
Right. I mean, that's personally just how I feel. Personally, I don't eat Marcus' food and he don't cook. So my biggest thing I have learned in this relationship, I am a control freak. So I be wanting stuff cooked a certain way that I've been raised how to make it. And your mama didn't teach you that way, so and I don't have time to sit here.
Yeah,
I don't have to sit here and tell you
how to do it.
You gonna make
I'ma just do it.
just move.
Yeah.
I'm just
That is me. That's it.
just go ahead and do it. Now when it comes to like cleaning, like I might cook, but he gonna clean up the kitchen right after me, or you know, like laundry, that's 50-50. Like
I feel like it has to
he
be
throw
that
it in the
nowadays.
load, I'm a fold it. You see what I'm saying? So that becomes
You gonna have to vote.
It's gonna take about 2 to 3 days.
But
to
we
fold
all
this
the
clothes.
I got some clothes in
I hate
the camera
folding
right now.
clothes.
Listen, that's been in there for probably about a week.
Like,
Okay, and that's getting dressed out the
I
bathroom.
can't tell y'all the last time I did laundry. Like Cliff does the laundry because he gets tired of his shit being wrinkled. But I'm like, I mean, then do it.
Hey, we go.
Stand.
And oh,
Look,
I
my
drove it. In the basket.
Look, let me get these straws out right
Marcus
here.
did dress for work today. I said, oh baby, there's some socks in that basket. I separated it. It's another basket with just socks and stuff.
You
Okay.
separated. You separated.
If they not matched, they not matched. You gotta find your matching.
Okay.
socks.
And at this point, ain't nobody gonna see your socks. Just put 2 on.
Okay.
Just put two on.
Just keep them warm. Just
It's
keep
cold
them warm.
outside. You got on
So
pants.
worried. Just put two on.
Okay, so I wanted to transition into which could be this could be a difficult topic. I wanted to talk about depression and postpartum depression. I don't have any children, but since we're talking about, we were just talking about kids and stuff with Markisha. Markisha has 2 children, a boy and a little girl, and then Amber had a daughter, which she lost. And so, like, I feel like postpartum isn't talked about enough. And I have a friend who also went through it really tough. And just depression in general. Like, I'm happy now to see the depression is coming out more and being more of a topic. But not postpartum depression and what mommies deal with and their bodies changing. And men not being there, I feel like, enough. Or men not understanding. And so, like, what do you guys, like, think? Like, why do men don't understand or, don't take the time or why isn't it talked about? Like,
Like first men don't understand because they don't go through it. Like
Well,
they
I
don't get
think-
pregnant. They don't.
I think that, yes, is number one. I think number 2 is because we don't allow them in on that. I know for me, with my husband, I have always been the strong black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been the strong type. I don't need your help. I don't need you to do this. I don't need you to have sympathy for me. When really deep down inside, I need all that.
You need all that.
I'm just trying to be like this, you know, like I got it because
that's how we were raised, though. That's what we saw all the time, and stuff like that.
So I think that is one of the reasons why depression is so misunderstood and why men don't take it serious or whoever don't take it serious because we don't allow them to.
I really think, especially like postpartum depression, especially when you're thinking about like how women's body change, I feel like that all goes, you know, back to things that were instilled in us as children. The way that a woman's supposed to look, things like that, like aesthetically, how we're supposed to, you know, have perfect bodies like this or look like this or look like that. I think a lot of that when your body does something so, I don't want to say drastic because I feel like that sounds bad, but when like your body goes through something like that and you go from looking one way to looking another way in such like less than a year or in such short amount of time, I feel like that does also take a huge part in like how women feel about themselves, and I feel like that also goes into like depression and different things like that too. A lot of
I think it's chemical imbalance and hormones, and I think it's also just life changes. Like for me, and I didn't even admit it until my son is 3, and I didn't even admit it until he was 2 that I had postpartum depression with him because I just didn't want to believe that I could have depression, you know, because I've always been told that
you strong,
right.
You'll be okay.
Right. It would be times when, like, so I remember we came home from the hospital. It was the day we came home, or the day after, and we had visitors. And I didn't open my mouth to say that I didn't want visitors. I just wanted us to have a little family bond time. And everybody was over. It was so much going on. Everybody wanted to hold him and talk to him. And I just went in my room and I cried. And I think it was just, and that went on for like 2 months. And I never said anything about it. I just held it in because I'm like, what am I supposed to, what can anybody do? You know, what can anybody do? What can anybody say? Can't nobody say nothing that's gonna make me feel better. I never had I know some women have the bad thoughts, I guess you would say, of wanting to kill themselves or even harm the baby or harm themselves. I never had any of that, but it was just, I just could not get out of the funk of being sad, and I didn't understand why.
Yeah, I had a friend who, someone that I know, who had those thoughts that she wanted to harm herself and her baby, and she felt like, and it was really severe, she felt like I can't provide how I think I'm supposed to provide or be the mother that I'm supposed to be to my child. And I know that nobody else is going to take care of my child how I would take care of my child. So fuck it. Let me just go.
Yeah.
And it's serious. Like I would encourage everybody to check on your friends who had babies. And I didn't understand how serious it was because I didn't have babies or I'm fucking dead.
I was watching your I watched it happen. I didn't think she was gonna say
nothing.
nothing.
Still recording. So I think check on your friends who just have babies because and the ones who have lost their children. Like I didn't realize how serious it was until someone close to me went through it. And because my brothers and sisters are not brothers, but my sisters didn't go through it. Like, and I had it experienced before, and I didn't know that it was, it could be like that, and the things that women go through their mind and stuff like that. And I also would encourage men to be there more, and just try to. You're not gonna understand fully, but just understand the fact that she carried a whole child. Like she developed a baby inside of her and delivered it. Like that's enough. Period. Right there. And then they say it takes up to a year or so for a body to fully heal back from having that baby. So just keep that in mind. When y'all being selfish. Yeah. Being selfish and just give me some time. I delivered and had and carried and. Our child, that's a lot in itself.
Yeah, there are so many things that I don't mean to say this to sound pessimistic, but there are a lot of things that can happen to a woman in the midst of her pregnancy. Somebody on Facebook just shared a story about she lost so much blood, and she said she dropped unconscious and woke up in a pool of her own blood with nurses and stuff, just all over her. Things can happen and things can take a turn really quickly, in the blink of I.
It's
The thing
physically
with it is to
and
bring
mentally.
kids into the world, like the sacrifice that you make, you know what I'm saying, to give someone else life, like you can mess around and lose your life. So my situation was, I don't really feel like I really dealt with the loss of my child until she was 2. So that's when I really have found out, like, oh, like I might need to seek therapy. And I feel like in the Black community, that is something that is kind of like not talked about or not really brought up or really spoke on the fact that you might need to seek help from someone that is not related to you,
right,
or doesn't really know you, because they're not going to give you, I feel like no one really gave me genuine, really harsh advice that I needed to have during the time that I lost my child. You know, like I don't really feel like it was healthy for me to talk about my child in present tense. Like you could have had a conversation with me during that time and you would have thought that my child was at daycare, and that was very unhealthy because I never dealt with her death. So I felt like, you know, to have that, and now I'm able to, you know, I talk to multiple people with sick children and have that relationship. I wish that was something I couldn't relate to them on, but you know, to have that empowerment and everyone to tell me that I'm strong, or the fact that I really celebrate her birthday, of course, because that was my only child. You know, I mean, going into it now, I'm extremely terrified to have a kid. I feel like that's why I have not got pregnant, because in the back of my mind, no matter how much I don't want to admit it, my mind is like, what if I have another sick child? Because no one could tell me what I did wrong. So that was something that I struggled with. Like, what did I do wrong during my pregnancy that caused me to have a sick child? And then you're looking at it like, there's so many people that neglect their children. There's so many people that don't do for their children, that don't care about their children. I read an article the other day, somebody left their kids in the house, in a filthy house. How could you do that to somebody that you pushed out?
Yeah.
And then it'd be people that, you know, that can't have children, that want to love and nurture on other people's kids and that sort of thing. So it really just makes you question yourself as a woman. Like, what made me less to not be able to come with a more healthy child?
How y'all feel about men paying all the bills? Do y'all men have to
Pay the motherfucking bills.
Do y'all feel like the man has to pay all the bills, or should it be 50-50, or you pay a certain bill, you know? Because there are women out there who be like, oh no, he needs to pay all the bills and provide and be a man.
I feel like different strokes for different folks. I'm not comfortable with you paying all the bills. It's not that I'm not comfortable, but I feel like I need to contribute somehow. I feel like I need to pay my way in terms of everything. Now, if we are just making that much money and we live in that large where I ain't gotta work and I can do something outside of going to a 9 to 5,
So cheating.
bet. But
Period.
I just feel like some way, somehow, whether it's, you know, paying for haircuts or just like different things. So at some point, I have to contribute. I have to pay my part or play my part. Pay my part and play my part.
Right, so I feel like, you know, we as women were taught to be overly independent. So sometimes I feel like I don't know how to turn it off to like not be like, I have to do something. And I don't want you to do everything so you could throw it in my face that you did that. So I feel like that's something that you have in the back of your conscience, like, well, I mean, you didn't have nothing on this, so I mean, it's gonna be your way or the highway. And
Bitch, you allow. I put my 250 in. Don't like.
Right.
I put in my part out.
I pay rent. Shit. You have to evict me.
My situation is
30 days.
different because we got a joint bank account. So
Yeah, y'all
I mean,
married.
it's
Boyfriend. I can't tell you what works for your marriage.
Right.
And I can't tell you what works for your. All I know is what works for me, and I hate
like
that
you have
people
to know
feel
your
like they
financial
need to
situation.
like.
Yeah.
right, speak on somebody else's
Yes.
situation.
No.
Well,
We
we're
different. We don't have to have
anything,
conflict. It's
Right.
we're just
It's
different.
different.
What works for me, we're not the same person. We're not wired the same. We don't think the same. We ain't got the same heart. We're different people, and that's okay. I feel like a lot of people just need to learn to accept differences more often. Thank you, Bestie.
Oh, I'm sorry. The whole video.
Sorry.
But I feel like you know if your nigga makes enough money to pay all the bills or not. Like, you know what kind of nigga you got.
Don't
And
have
if
him out
he-
here
like, don't
struggling
expect him to pay your
you
bills. He
love-
gonna be struggling.
So you gonna let this man struggle because he need to pay.
Right.
Pay all the bills, but can't put gas in his car.
Right.
Why you keep your money in your account? Like,
Or you wanna go on these vacations and shit, but who gonna pay for? I gotta pay for all the bills too.
right.
Oh no.
And you need a vacation, bitch. We about to go to the zoo.
Right.
And right
Go
that
get a
motherfucker.
room down the street.
That motherfucking thing that overseas the fucking Africa, bitch. Look, motherland.
You in the safari.
Right.
So
We
yeah,
are
that's
Africa
what
now.
But I do also feel like even if a man does pay all the bills, I still want to have my own money. Even if it's not going towards the bills, I still want to have my own money just so that I don't. Not so much that I like don't like to be controlled, but like, what if I want to buy something for our kids? Or like, what if something happens to you and you're not doing what you're supposed to do with your money? Yeah, we still need to come together, but at the same time, like, I need to be able to do for myself, and that's because
Always having to ask you for money. I'm trying to always have to ask somebody for money and stuff like that.
And I'm not a kid.
for me, it's all that, and then it's like I don't want to lose myself in depending on you and doing everything like as you do. I still want to be able to stand on my own, and I still want to be able to be sufficient. So that's just for me as a person. I don't know why.
I feel like you lose yourself into that because now he feels like you can't even
But
do nothing.
my thing is, if the man
in that same situation, and it's sad. Like she, oh yeah, I hope she don't watch this.
but she didn't say her name, so
I know, but she gonna know who I'm talking about.
so we don't know.
But she had a bomb ass job. Oh my goodness. Never mind. We ain't even gonna get on that.
You got to now. Period.
It's a long ass job. She quit the job, 2 kids, and now she has to depend on him for everything, and he is a asshole. Like he don't give her, and so now she's trying to get back on her feet, but it's so hard for her to do that because he's controlling everything.
And a lot of men will do that too. They will pay all the bills so they control everything.
Yes,
My house,
that's
my
what it is.
rules.
The phone,
get the
the car, everything. He's taking her.
You can't
car from
move
her.
without me.
Right, exactly. And so
You
it's
need me.
tough on her because, like I said, she's trying to get back on her feet. She's trying to gain that independence back and find herself and her independence. But she's so far gone that it's just, she can't get back to that.
Yeah.
So that's what I completely agree with you saying that you still gotta have something back here because when
Because
shit hit the fan.
you never know, and it's not so much that I don't trust you. It's not so much I don't believe in you. It's not so much I don't have faith in you, but I just need to know for myself that I can stand on my own. Even though we are a team, I would prefer us to be 2 wholes as opposed to half and half.
Right.
That's
So the last question is, why do women never know what they want to eat?
And we don't know why.
Exactly.
We don't know why. We just
I don't know what I want to eat.
I know
But
what I
I
want
be
to
trying to base it off what the fuck can you afford or what
Legit.
you have a
Didn't I say that
for.
earlier?
Period. That's how that shit
But
works.
I just be trying to be considerate.
I don't know.
My thing is, I always want chicken. I just always want wings.
I know.
I am a wing ass bitch, and we will eat wings every day. So when you ask me what I want to eat,
You would be so easy to satisfy.
She trying not to say wings.
yeah, you like, oh, what you think?
James.
That salty shit in here.
I'm not gonna wing busters. Period. It was saucy.
We
I
not going
love
there
pressure in
no
this
more.
motherfucking
No
head.
more.
Her feet gonna be swollen tomorrow.
Mine is too.
Oh,
And
it is
my
too.
fingers.
I'm fucking this chicken up.
I'm fucking this
She said, I'm fucking this chicken up.
You swerving down that shit was hot and it was not
It
hot.
was
hot.
The
It was
salt
just
overpowered
not
any
at
heat.
all.
Yes,
I
it
don't
was
like
saucy.
spicy stuff, so it was spicy to me.
It had a little spice to it, but it wasn't nothing that
And then
you
a little.
You
for
didn't
you,
need no ranch with it.
A little for you was a lot for me.
Our ranch.
What works for you?
Different strokes for different folks.
Okay, but did that rotel work for you?
Shoot, it was alright.
It
It was alright. It was a little thick. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got that old skim ass milk in there.
We healthy over here.
Yes. So.
So y'all, that's all that I have for today. We have to do this again because it was fun, y'all. And they wow, they just too much. So now we're about to have our game night, play some games, have some fun. So like, subscribe, comment, share this video, please. Let us know
Follow
what
me.
you think. And I'll put all of
Don't
their
follow me.
shut up. I'll put all their information, their Instagrams down below so y'all can follow and check my girls out. See, that's what I'm saying.
Amber.
Y'all talking low down. Y'all talking
So they know why we.
I'm married, by the way.
Single as fuck.
We're gonna say Jasmine.
Unavailable.
You wish.